Na, herzlich willkommen. Warte, so. Herzlich willkommen zurück bei einer schönen Runde Golf mit Strellock. Oh, wir waren lange nicht bei der Tour, lange nicht bei der Tour. Naja, müssen mal gucken, ob wir uns ein bisschen mal was verlernt haben oder ob alles beim Alten ist.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo here today calling the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point. And Frank, this course features some breathtaking scenery.
It certainly does, Rich. Changes of elevation, and it's in phenomenal shape. We've got to send our thanks out to the superintendent, Peyton Duncan, who's got the course exactly primed. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy the views. Take your camera as well. This is very scenic up in New England.
Sieht gut aus.
Picking him up live now at the 10th. Just a solid performance to this point in the second round, Frank.
Yeah, it's been good. Really, it's been a fun watch. Sadly, the scorecard doesn't reflect the standard of golf we're seeing. Oh, he's winding this one up.
Wonderful. Gleich der allererste Versuch heute.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Oh, he's on fire, baby.
Whoa, that is long.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help them.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Na, ich denke auch. Damit kann man was
anfangen. Second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Trying to make yet another birdie.
Oh, der war verrissen. Leicht zurecht.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Na also. Na ja, zum Warmwerden, zum Warmwerden.
Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known
Oh Mann,
to be
wenn das nicht schief geht, dann weiß ich
interesting shapes of bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club, or very, very risky. Plus the front bunker there. You know, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
Abwarten,
Not
abwarten.
quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker.
Baby, 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 baby.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Alter, der ging kaputt, habt ihr sie gesehen? Da guckt ihr alle blöde.
So a tester from 4 feet. What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field.
Ein
too. We've seen
Igel, ein
birdies,
Igel.
eagles,
Lass es mal auf der
just
Zunge
blitzing
zergehen.
the field from
Zack, bin
start
ich
to
2
finish.
vorne.
Moving on to the 12th hole now. Par 4, 439 yards. They'll be happy with that in the fairway. Now a good chance to attack this hole. Here's the second shot from 180. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks
Mann.
too easy.
Es geht nach oben und dann kommt kein Wind mehr. Ich muss an alles
going
drüber
exactly
denken.
where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Da gezittert, da aber gezittert.
Continues to putt beautifully. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might should be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive. Try and leave yourself a short third shot. Grab the fire extinguisher, put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Es ist unglaublich, es ist unglaublich.
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
So sieht's aus, da muss das mal ein paar Ferngläser auspacken.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Just a beautiful approach shot.
Beauty. Just a
Getting
beauty.
set now over the putt. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water, Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today, having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right.
Absolute Granate heute.
Irrigation water from. But
ist er aber wieder warm.
green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Ist ja heiß ist
Just
es
5 feet left. Continuing to play outstanding golf. 9 under par.
3 Punkte vorne, sauber.
The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards. This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one.
Du stellst dich darüber. Alles klar, Chef.
This hole made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today?
Mann, das ist schon zu einfach.
Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And
Reihe
after 2
vorne,
rounds, you
sauber.
really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Wir sind heute super dabei, Mann, alter Schwede. Haben uns jetzt wirklich was rausgefahren. Sind wir auf Platz 1 schon in der
Frank, this game has
Rangliste.
taken us all over the world to some absolutely beautiful
Damit
spots,
Roy
and this
McIlroy,
is
cool,
one of the
cool.
prettiest I've seen in a long time. The cliffs at Lighthouse Point along the eastern coast of Maine.
Yeah, it's always fun when we head up in the northeast area. Golf's been in this area for a long, long time. This golf course hasn't. Rather new design by Brant Patel, and it's lengthy, 7,700 yards.
Absolute
Gets to hit
Kratz,
just
ja.
about every club in the bag. So good test
Und jetzt
today.
geh ab.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Oh, McIlroy,
Keeps him
oh.
right in the thick
Birdie,
of it.
da müssen wir uns anstrengen.
Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. Good contact, good result. Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Und das wird doch wieder
Just a
Eagle holen.
gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up.
Müssen wir jetzt anstrengen.
This is an awkward length.
Ja, das wird ja ein schön schweres Ding. Das wird gar nicht so einfach. Hab ich mir gedacht.
Robbed.
Aber
it's
immerhin
like
Birdie
kissing your
Chance.
mother-in-law.
Bleib ruhig, Großer. Und erzähl nicht von meiner Schwiegermutter.
So just a formality here. racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left or right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways littered with bunkers. Not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
And so that ball does settle, Frank. How far?
Well, it's actually my favorite number, 14 feet.
Why 14?
It's my birthday.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Das ist mein Geburtstag. Erzähl doch keine Scheiße, 14 Fuß.
No, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Oh, McElroy, Einbruch.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
Schwächles
Par 5, 13th, or is it a par 8? I can't tell.
It looks like a sprint, Rich.
Komm, jetzt explodier mal.
702 yards. And not only that, too, they put the two fairway bunkers in the perfect place. Perfect place if they want to annoy your tee shot. It's going to take 310, 320 yards just to get past that. Then you've got a long, long way to go. And, of course, remember when you're on 10? This is the shared green. So 13 and 10, this is where they meet up again. At the end of a long, long walk.
This one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Beautiful shot back this time.
Unbelievable.
Zeitlupe, das wird aber mal
For
Zeit.
the rest of the round.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie.
Schade, schade, schade.
Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
Mann, das läuft nicht. McElroy ist trotzdem wieder dran. Okay, letzte Runde. Na, nicht schlecht.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Always a pleasure to be along the coast of Maine, Lighthouse Point to be exact. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, this is sure to be another exciting day of golf out there. What are the challenges facing our players today?
The length of the golf course for a start, Rich. This golf course just under 7,700 yards. So it's one of the longest ones you'll play. And of course the cliffs, that's why it's called this. They certainly are in play. There is one double green out there. That's the 10th and the 13th hole. They share the same green. Lots of great design features, and you've got it on a prime day in great condition. So enjoy the round and make sure you feast on the vistas as well.
Guck mal, was hier los ist schon. Das ganze Publikum.
Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Now
Ach,
the
das geht
second
noch
shot to
weiter.
the par 5.
Aber wenigstens oben
That's
drauf.
an absolute beauty.
Kumpel, jetzt liegt er wenigstens oben drauf, statt unten drunter. Kapierst du? Ah. Jetzt wird sie fertig langsam. Jetzt kommen die Dinger wieder. Die rollen weit nach hinten raus.
Birdie try again here today.
Schwer. Weggesteckt.
Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. Now to the par 3 14th. It is 240 yards. What a golf course, Frank. I mean, this tests the best in the world. I'm talking about McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, and Ricky Fowler. 700-yard par 5s and nearly 600-yard par 4s. This is all you want.
It certainly is, and that's why the total yardage of this golf course is nearly
Right
7,700 yards. This par 3, just a beast at 240 yards.
Das
One
wurde
thing you
genauso
want to
schwer
do,
schon
though, is
wieder.
avoid Lake Zimmer. Big body of water to the right. If anything, though, look at the green. It shapes a little to the right, so you can use that left side of the green, which is away from the lake. It's a smart way to play this.
Oh, yes, baby. Aber verdammt wichtig.
Go ahead and do that.
Long
What a
Putt,
putt.
kleiner. Haha, da guckst du nicht schlecht, McIlroy.
Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Good swing, good shot yet again. Good clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
Na, aber bergauf, das wird schwer.
Now this for birdie came away with par
Nee,
in
das
the
sieht
previous
geil aus.
round.
Heute fett abgefasst.
There you have it. Well done. Great putt. Time to make a move. The closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards. And another fun hole here at Lighthouse Point. It's the last par 3 on the back nine as we begin this closing stretch. 241 yards downhill. Par 3,
Und immer
16.
noch viel, viel, viel zu weit. Heftig,
Oh,
heftig,
man, not a
heftig.
good shot at
Nee, der
all.
war nicht gut.
It was wicked.
Das war finster. Was Weg? Oh, ihr
That looked like a miss
Idioten.
hit, Frank.
Da
The
spielen
lie
wir
was
nur mit
okay. It's a
Idioten.
little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit.
How
Das
good
ist mein
was that,
erster
Frank,
Minuspunkt.
from
So
the
eine
rough?
Scheiße.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Getting set now over the putt.
Das ist mein erster Minuspunkt schon mal.
That's a bogey, but still in the
scheiße.
lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
17th
Ja, aber
hole is
McIlroy hat
another
auch noch
par
Par
5,
gespielt.
613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in two. It's two big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway, so if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch, and really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here. Second shot.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good.
Ja, langes Putt.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way.
Ach so, Eagle-Chance, das ist ja noch viel geiler.
I want to check the GPS on a putt this long. This one has a good line. Oh, he's going to love it.
Lang 23.
Frank, we've made it to the finishing hole. If you're having a good day, you stop and you reflect for just a moment. The beauty surrounding you, how well you've played. If it hasn't gone all that well, you're thinking about jumping on the Juniata Crossway Bridge off to the left and getting out of Dodge. Good spot right there.
Das denke ich aber mal
Well,
auch.
that was a beautiful drive.
Bomben
Frank. Really
position.
good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Du stellst dich jetzt erstmal dahinter und wartest.
The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer.
And there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Bleibst du oben?
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game is
Gott sei
we
Dank
all
ist er
know,
nicht runtergerollt, weißt du, dann
redeem
ständig
a lot of
blöde da.
mistakes. See if he does it here.
Och, das
Pretty
gibt's
good
nicht.
shot right there.
Gib es nicht.
To win the mid-season classic.
Ja, schön gewonnen.
Good effort and good par putt.
Nee, das war
Just a
scheiße
great
zum Schluss
putt
nochmal als
and
Paar.
a great win.
6 Punkte vorne. Geil. Ja, na, da haben wir das gerockt. Machen wir doch gleich noch ein Loch. Da gucken wir mal, was die nächste Runde zu bieten hat. Die war recht cool. So. Naja, das sind doch geile Nachrichten. Sowas liest man da gerne. Na, siehste. Korrekt. Da müsste ich ja jetzt relativ gut starten durch meinen Weltranglistenplatz. Da müsste ich eigentlich weit vorne mit sein. Scottsdale, das kriegen wir hin.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Arizona Summer
Die fette
Classic.
Festung, Alter.
Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
8 Meilen, das ist schon
Frank,
beeindruckend.
such a sweet swing. Really a pleasure to watch. He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. And now the second shot here at this
9,
par
das wird immer
5.
besser. Ja, und der Wind, der ist ganz schön heftig, Mann. Und jetzt bist du aber jetzt zart.
Birdie try up next.
Das ist ja unglaublich, mein dritter
Even
Punktieger
par
heute.
currently.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Well, partner, here we go. Players have characterized it as terrifying, chaotic, amazing. The stadium atmosphere here at this hole, the 16th of par 3, is really spectacular, isn't it, Frank?
It is. Because of the atmosphere, the number of people, this is the closest a golfer gets to like kicking a field goal in a Super Bowl. It's just surrounded by people. It's not really the difficulty of the hole. Just over 160 yards, a modest par 3. There's no water in trouble. But it's an atmosphere that golfers never normally are familiar with.
Der war wichtig.
And with that birdie, moving into the top 20
Also
on
es
the
geht da.
leaderboard.
Es geht da. Vom 54. auf den 16. runter.
Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous, a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
Oh,
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, Just
sag ich ja,
good putt, though.
Station.
There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Settles in over the putt. And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company. Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played.
Jetzt gibt richtig Gas, Baby.
Resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side. But it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Nice
Jawohl,
long
Baby,
tee shot
was
there
zu
and a good
sehen.
lie, Frank. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality
Oh,
either.
ich hasse so eine Dinger. Die üble Bogenlampe. Das geht dann nie gut. Da, wie soll ich's denn
That
machen?
had to really hurt Frank.
Da
'Cause
lachen
it
tu
looked
noch.
good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Scheibenkleister.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Ja, da bleibe ich auf Par.
Nice par to remain 3 under. That's the end of round 1, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today,
Platz
Frank.
9 von
And it was a
54.
bonus
Das ist
to anyone
absolut.
that got off to a good start today.
Bombastisch von Platz 12 starte ich.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race
Platz
for the FedEx
17.
Cup. Its second-round
Da
coverage
geht
of
doch
the
was heute, da
Arizona
geht
Summer
doch
Classic.
was. 13 Meilen, das wird ja immer unfairer. Na, wo will er denn hin?
Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole. From that spot,
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
Es ist unglaublich, ich krieg hier noch eine Macke heute.
Fourth hole looks like it's going to claim another
Jetzt krieg ich nicht mal
victim.
das Paar rein. Na, das war's mit Platz 17. Und tschüss, Mann.
you don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
And now over to the 5th. This has not been pretty so far in the
15,
second round. Frank, what are you seeing?
Ball's just going everywhere, out of control, really. A lot of poor decisions. So right now, we better see a turnaround. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Well, this one
Jetzt
is
holen sie es
offline
verbinden.
just a bit. Look out. You know, that one is going to end up in the rough. He pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Good swing, good shot yet again.
Na also, es muss doch mal funktionieren, Mann.
Unbelievable. That is one to
Danke,
save it
danke.
for the rest of the
Aber
round.
noch ist nicht Loch drin.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Frank's starting to make the move.
Leaderboard very volatile at the moment, so a lot of move in that middle piece of the leaderboard. Top 20 so far. And this is not heading in the right direction.
You know, looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Ja, und
Into
der
the
Baum
thick
davor.
stuff. That's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So Frankie is leaning, and it appears as though this one's headed a
Bleib
bit
doch
right.
liegen.
Yeah, just came out of it.
And it makes the green in regulation. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Nein, auch der geht
Wow, I thought he
vorbei.
made that. That may have
Das
been a
hab ich auch
bit too
gedacht.
much to ask for there. That distance putt, Frank.
Das war
Yeah, it's fine to be
lange
greedy
Distanz.
before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That is a solid par putt. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
Zu weit, zu weit. Viel zu weit.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
Was ist denn das hier für Grün? Was ist denn das für ein Platz hier? Ich kotze ab, wie kommst du
A
ja zu
little bit of
nicht?
magic from here. The hole's not over.
Ich raff es nicht. Halt jetzt an hier.
Solid play, heart of the green.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Oh, mir Kopf fassen hier. Was ist denn das hier für eine Runde heute?
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. This is a good
Oh,
hole,
was ist denn
Frank. The
das für
par
eine
4
Scheiße?
8.
Yet another dogleg left, Rich, on the front side. And it's a sharper dogleg now because they've put in 2 bunkers down the left side. It used to be a bailout area for the players in the past. You can't do that anymore. And I doubt anybody can fly it over that left one. It's nearly 330 yards to carry that in the air. Those 2 bunkers have forced the players to go out to the right, making that second shot a little bit longer now. Well, where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Da fehlt wohl eine Trainingseinheit, ey. Da muss man mal wieder trainieren.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Alle mit dem bekackten Wind hier, ich kapier's nicht.
This is a good-looking shot.
Geil, wenigstens ein bisschen.
On the green with about 30 feet to go. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many
Nee,
pars.
das ist nicht gut gelaufen.
Don't forget third
Nicht
round
gut.
coverage coming your way tomorrow on EA Sports.
Ja,
For
dann
Frank
sehen wir uns morgen wieder
Navalo, I'm
bei
Rich
EA
Lerner,
Sports.
saying so long for now.
Scheiße, es war kein guter Abschluss. Naja, dann muss er erstmal trainieren. Muss er noch eine Runde machen. Jetzt wird's nicht.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic. Beautiful-looking shot right here. Frank couldn't ask
Ich
for
denke
anything
mal
more.
auch, das sieht gut aus.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like
Aber
it's
der Wind ist
teed up.
trotzdem da oben heftig. Der zieht bis nach rüber.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Sauber.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
Ach, das hier dritte schief. Nee, sauber. Sauber.
Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go.
Ja, klar,
One on the
Zeit,
board
da
and
Birdies
suddenly
zu
inside
kicken.
the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that, but really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in.
Na,
I've
das
seen
geht
some
auch.
long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Oh, it looked like you caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he thought, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Gott sei Dank ist er nicht runtergerollt, gell, wie vorhin.
Chance for
Echt
back-to-back.
sinnlos. Sauber. Jetzt komme ich langsam zurück.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Now on to the third, first par 5 on the course here at TPC Scottsdale.
Yeah, the length of the hole hasn't really changed. Used to be 2 fairway bunkers down the left, now there's only 1. Still a hazard that runs down the right side. a strategic hole if you can't make this par 5 and 2. And brand new green that has been completely changed.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. A good 200 yards away from a good lie in the fairway. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That was just a gutsy shot right there.
Na also, na also.
It's no snack though. Just seems an absolute waste. Got to take your time.
Na, aber gut, nimm dir die Zeit, genau. Versenk den als Birdie.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Starting to pile up the birdies. 5 under par for the tournament. Frank, what kind of shot is required here at the par 3 fourth?
A little drop shot par 3 down the hill in today's standards because it's under 200 yards. Series of 3 tee boxes, so plenty to choose from there. The entry into the green is well protected now by the 2 bunkers, one in the center and one on the right front of this green.
Superb shot once again, and only about 15 feet away for a birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
As this one for par.
Immer noch anständig. Immer noch anständig. Seine King-Minus-Nummer.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par,
doch langsam.
and you keep things steady. Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Weiß nicht, wie es machen soll.
Slightly longer this year. Played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, mistake-free golf. You hope you can keep it together. Possibility of a very special round here.
Yeah, the only real thing to worry about is not to get too far ahead of yourself. At the moment, the swing looks tremendous. And just keep the round ticking over, one hole at a time. I know it sounds like a cliche, but right now, he's exactly where he wants to be.
That will be a great look at birdie. It's the beautiful part of golf. Brand new day, new hole. Remember, he made a bogey here yesterday. This time for birdie.
Ja, es ist
Just
unglaublich.
didn't have the speed.
Also geht er immer rechts vorbei, geht er immer links vorbei.
Different day, different hole. Made
Kein
bogey
Problem,
yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. He's made it. Now to the par 4 6th. Decision time, Frank. Driver, or do you go with 3-wood?
A lot of that's going to depend on if there's any breeze. If the breeze is at your back, you can drive it all the way down the right side and take those 2 bunkers down the right completely out of play. This hole's been stiffened up though. The length has increased to that bunkering and that choke point. So the strategy, do you have the length to get past them? Or if you have to lay up, it's going to leave a much longer second shot.
Ja,
Great strike and a great result. Setting up, good chance to attack the flag. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Get down. Lay down. just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Trying to make yet another birdie.
Danke.
So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to. This moment right now.
Na, aber sicher. Ich sag mal, das war eine fette Runde heute. Und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal zum Finale von Scottsdale. Auf Platz 3 habe ich mich hochgearbeitet. Und das sieht doch absolut großartig aus. Wenn euch das gefallen hat, dann schreibt es gerne in die Kommentare oder lasst einen Daumen nach oben da. Naja, dann sage ich mal bis später. Lasst euch gut gehen. Ciao.